Okay, firstly, welcome to the school of NBSc and SSP. Today will be our last class for the crash course, Modern India. Okay, and today my topic is gonna be the Governor General or the Governor of Bengal, or just like the Viceroy of India. We all know it was the British who ruled over India in the modern period till 1947. So see, the British government has appointed a governor every time to look after the Indian needs. So the most important point about today is you have to know the events. Just like, for example, the revolt of 1857 occurred during which Governor General. That is too important from the MPC point of view, for this year prelims. So remember, I'm going to jump up. Okay. I will not discuss all the Governor General. That is not important, but the most important events and the most important Governor General I'm going to discuss today. So, class, try to be very much attentive. At least 5 questions directly you can expect from here. Okay, it's a very important topic. Today's topic is too important. So, firstly, we will discuss with the first Governor of Bengal. Okay, the British for the first time. Okay, the rule of the British from 1757 to 1774 is known as the Governor of Bengal. The rule of the British in India from 1757 till 1774 is known as the rule by Governor of Bengal. For the first time, we have Robert Clive. Robert Clive is the first governor of Bengal. Okay, this is too important. Robert Clive is the first governor of Bengal appointed by the British government. Now let's see what happened during the reign of Robert Clive. The most important event that occurred during the reign of Robert Clive is Battle of Plassey. The famous Battle of Plassey. Okay, the Battle of Plassey, 1757. The Battle of Plassey occurred during the reign of Robert Clive. Please write it down. Next is, it was Robert Clive who introduced the dual government in India, 1765-80. Remember, the dual government, that means when I said dual, it means ruled by 2 persons, right? So the dual government was introduced by Robert Clive in India in the year 1765 after the Battle of Plassey. So this is known as the first governor. And remember, next governor. Okay, we will jump up. Venister, the next governor, known as the Venister. The most important event that happened during the reign of Venister is the Battle of Plassey was fought. Okay, I'm so sorry, the Battle of Boxer was fought. October 22. Okay, on October 22, 1764, the famous Battle of Boxer was fought, which led to the strengthening of the British rule in India. After this battle, the British began to rule directly all over India. Okay, so Venister is really important because Battle of Boxer was fought in India during his governor of Bengal. No confusion. And I will jump up. The last governor general. Number 3 is not important. We will go to the last governor general, the governor of Bengal. That is Warren Hastings. Remember, Warren Hastings is the the last governor of Bengal. Remember, it was he who abolished the dual government. Let's write down. Who abolished the dual government? 1772. Okay. The dual government was abolished by Hastings. And remember, the most important event that occurred during the reign of Hastings is Regulating Act of 1773 was passed. Regulating Act of 1773 was passed. Okay. The most important event that occurred during the reign of Hastings is Regulating Act of 1773 was passed, which changed the name of Governor of Bengal into Governor General of India. This is too important. The Governor of Bengal, the name now was changed into Governor General of Bengal. Okay, now the name was changed. First it was Governor of Bengal, but now the name has been changed into Governor General of Bengal. By which act? By this act. Which act? It is known as Regulating Act of 1773. Regulating Act of 1773. Governor General of Bengal, the name has been changed. So, Hastings became the first Governor General of Bengal. Okay, by the Regulating Act of 1773, the name was changed from Governor of Bengal into Governor General of Bengal, and it was he who abolished the dual. Okay, in the year 1772. So next we will go. Next is Lord Cornwallis. The next Governor General of Bengal is Lord Cornwallis. Lord Cornwallis is known as the father of the civil service in India, and the first person to codify laws. Okay. Lord Cornwallis is known as the father of civil service in India. He introduced the civil service examination in India. And next is, he is the first person to make the laws, to codify the laws. Okay, first person to codify the laws, and he also created the post of district judge. He is the Governor General who created the district judge in India. So he is known as the Lord Cornwallis. Subsidiary lines. Next, Governor General of Bengal, Lord Wellesley. Subsidiary lines was introduced during the reign of Lord Wellesley. What is the subsidiary lines? Subsidiary lines means it is a very important policy introduced by the British in India. Okay, the policy is very good for the British. Once you join any Indian states who joins the subsidiary lines will be protected by the British during the wars. But however, you are losing independence. Indirectly, your states comes under control of the British. So subsidiary lines is a policy of the British government introduced by Lord Wellesley, where in Indian states joins the subsidiary lines, you will be protected when some enemy attacks you. But however, your state automatically comes under the control of the British. So it is just like surrendering your independence. Okay, so subsidiary lines. Who introduced it in India? It was Lord Wellesley. Lord Wellesley. Lord Willington. Lord Willington is too famous in India because he introduced the Charter Act of 1813. No confusion? Lord Willington, the most important events that has happened is he introduced the Charter Act of 1813. Alright. And next is Lord William Willington. Next is Lord William Benedict. Lord William Benedict is the last Governor General of Bengal. Alright. He is the last Governor General of Bengal. And the most important event that occurred during his reign is he abolished the sati system in the year 1829. He abolished the sati system. Please write down. Lord William Benedict abolished the sati system in the year 1829. And he is known as the father of modern Western education in India. Known as the father of the Western modern education in India. Lord William Benedict is known as the father of the Western modern education in India. And most liberal and enlightened Governor General of India. Please write it down. He is the most enlightened, he is the most liberal and enlightened Governor General of India. And known as the father of the Western education in India. Remember? An act was passed during his reign known as Charter Act of 1833. What is this Charter Act of 1833? It changed the name of Governor General of Bengal into Governor General of India now. Now the name will be changed. The Governor General of Bengal will change his name into Governor General of India by the Act of 1833. And that's the reason Lord William Benedict is the last Governor General of Bengal and first Governor General of India. Okay, please write it down. Lord William Benedict is the first Governor General of India because by the Charter Act of this, it was changed. The name was changed. The name was changed. First Governor General of India. Next is Charles Bancroft. Next is Charles. Abbas the famous, the priest law, and often called the liberator of the priest. That means this governor general, he give much freedom to the priests in media. Okay, before that, the media were facing some kind of a hardship. They can't publish whatever they want. But with the passing of this act, they were able to publish everything. So known as the liberator of the priests. Famous for the priest law and known as the liberator of the governor general in India, who is known as the liberator of the priests, is just Matkaf. Next is Auckland. Next governor general is Auckland. Okay. Next governor general is Lord Auckland. But that is not important. Next governor general, Lord Ellenborough. Lord Ellenborough. He abolished slavery. Okay. Lord Ellenborough is the governor general. Lord Ellenborough is the governor general who abolished slavery in India. Lord Ellenborough, please remember, he is the governor general who abolished the slavery in India. Next, Lord Dalhousie. Lord Dalhousie. Lord Dalhousie. Okay, next is Lord Dalhousie. Okay, next governor general of India is Lord Dalhousie. What important events occurred during this reign? He abolishes the titles and pensions. No more pension to the Indian king, and abolished the titles of kings and queen. So he was too infamous, right? He abolishes the titles and pensions for the Indians and introduced something very infamous known as the doctrine of lapse. So let's see what is this doctrine of lapse. Remember, doctrine of lapse means you are a king, and if you die, if you don't have a son, okay, your land and everything will be transferred to the British. Doctrine of lapse means if an Indian king dies without a son, his adopted son will never be allowed to become the king. All the land in his territory will be transferred to the British. So it was very much infamous. Very good for the British, right? But bad for the Indians. The doctrine of lapse. And who introduced it? Lord Dalhousie. And next important thing is the first railway in India was introduced by him in the year 1853, which runs from Mumbai to Den. Okay, which runs from Mumbai to Den. Mumbai to Den. How many kilometers? 24 kilometers, right? It was 24 kilometers. The first railway in India was introduced by Lord Dalhousie, which runs from Mumbai to Den, 34 kilometers. And he also began the construction of Grand Trunk Road. Okay, the famous road, the Grand Trunk Road. It was Humayun who introduced this. Okay, during the reign of Humayun, during the Mughals, the Grand Trunk Road construction begins, and it was another Governor General who reintroduced it in India. It was known as the Lord Dalhousie. And see, another widow remarriage act was introduced. See, who introduced and who passes the trade? It was Lord Dalhousie who introduced the widow remarriage act on 17 November 1855. But it was another Governor General who is going to pass it. It was he who introduced it in India. Next is Lord Canning, the last Governor General of India without the additional title of Viceroy. Okay, please write down. Without an additional title of Viceroy is Lord Canning. Okay, an act was passed during his reign known as Act of 1858, which means the Act of Good Governance. Revolt of 1857 occurred during his reign. This is too important. The first Indian War of Independence happened during this Governor General, and because of this, an act was passed by the British known as the Act of Good Governance. And by this act, the Governor General will hold another additional title known as the Viceroy. Okay, too important. This is gonna ask this kind of question. So Lord Canning is the first Viceroy of India, or first Governor General with an additional title of Viceroy, and last Governor General without title of Viceroy. He is the last Governor General of India without the title of Viceroy, because Viceroy is the title which was given only by the Act of 1858. So remember, this is very tricky. Who is the last Governor General? The answer is different. Last Governor General is going to be Lord Mountbatten. But if the NPC asks you, who is the last Governor General without an additional title of Viceroy? It's going to be Lord Canning. And he is the first Governor General with an additional title of Viceroy. These are the twisted questions you will find in this NPC exam. Alright. And it was he who passed the Widow Remarriage Act of 1856. No confusion. Passed the Widow Remarriage Act of 1856. Okay, on which date was passed? July 25. July 25. On July 25, the Widow Remarriage Act was passed. On July 25, 1856. Okay. On July 25, 1856, the act was passed. So please remember this topic. First Viceroy of India. Any confusion? So far? You like the topic? So he's the first Viceroy of India. Okay, Lord Canning. Revolt of 1857. Remember my name, okay? During this exam, Revolt of 1857 is not Filas. First war of Indian independence. Okay, next Governor General of India and the Viceroy is Sir John Lawrence. Sir John Lawrence is the next Governor General and the Viceroy of India. And the most important thing he has done is he created the Indian Forest Department. Okay, this man has created the Indian Forest Department. And High Court were established in Bombay, Calcutta and Madras. He established the High Court in Bombay, Madras and Calcutta, Mumbai and Madras. Sir John Lawrence. Too important. Next is Lord Mayo. State Railways was set up by Lord Mayo. Lord Mayo introduced the state highways in India. Lord Mayo introduced the state highways in India. Only Viceroy to be martyred by a Pathan. Pathan means a person who is an extreme follower of a particular religion. Okay, you like Christianity, you like Muslim, but extreme follower. So he is the only Viceroy to be martyred in India by a Pathan. Only Viceroy in India to be martyred by a Pathan. And he introduced the financial decentralization in India. That means finance power were given to the lower organs. Okay, he is known as the person who introduced the financial decentralization in India, known as the Lord Mayo. Okay, Lord Mayo. Okay, next is Lord Lytton. Okay, Lord Lytton is the most infamous Governor General of India. That means worst Governor General of India. Okay, Lord Lytton is the most infamous Governor General, which means most infamous Governor General. he passed because of what reason? Delhi Darbar, 1877. Delhi Darbar means just like you give Christmas, okay? You give Christmas or you give just like advanced Christmas, just like a festival. You give just like food to every person, yes. So it's like a grant. So when the entire country was facing famine, when the entire Indians were suffering, okay, we don't have anything to eat. He organized the famous Delhi Darbar in the year 1877. That's why he is considered the most infamous Governor General of India by the people because of this reason. And he passed an act known as the Vernacular Tourist Act and Arms Act of 1878. Please remember 1878, he passed two acts, Vernacular Tourist Act and the other is the Arms Act of 1873. No confusion? This is too important for the basic point of view. Okay, next Governor General is Lord Ripon. Okay, and Lord Ripon is known as the father of the local self-government in India. Okay. Lord Ripon is known as the father of the local self-government in India, and he appointed a very important commission known as the Hunter Commission, the famous commission which deals with education. And he also has appointed the Ilbert Bill. He introduced the Ilbert Bill. So Ilbert Bill is a bill which deals with the cases of criminals. Okay, Ilbert Bill is a bill which is concerned with the criminals in India. So Ilbert Bill is too famous. So remember, it was passed by Lord Ripon and known as the father of the local self-government. Okay. Next Governor General. Next Governor General, Lord Dufferin. He was the Governor General of India when the Indian National Congress, the oldest political party, was founded in the year 1885. Okay, he was the Governor General of India when Indian National Congress was founded in the year 1885. Lansdowne. The next Governor General is Lord Lansdowne. And during his time, a commission was appointed known as the Durand Commission. And what is this Durand Commission? Durand Commission is a commission which deals with partition between Pakistan and Afghanistan. Okay, Durand Commission is a commission which it's a boundary commissions between Pakistan and Afghanistan. Durand Commissions, and he passed an act known as the Act of 1892. This is so important. Indian Coastal Act of 1892. Indian Coastal Act of 1892 was passed during his time. Indian Coastal Act of 1892 was passed during his time. Alright. Next is Lord Curzon. Next is Lord Curzon. Lord Curzon is famous because he partitioned Bengal. You came across a partition of Bengal, East Bengal and West Bengal. East Bengal is present day Bangladesh. Okay, so we all know Bengal is the nerve center of Indian revolutionary activities, and it was also the capital city of India till 1911. So everything happens in Bengal. Bengal is the headquarters of the revolutionaries. So it was he who decided that if Bengal are united, India will pose a city state to British rule. So it was Lord Curzon who partitioned Bengal on 16 October 1905, the partition day. 16 October 1905, partition of Bengal. And remember, he introduced Indian coinage and paper currency Act 1899. He introduced a policy note known as Indian coinage and paper currency Act 1899. Okay, he passed a very important act, Indian coinage and paper currency Act 1899. Next is Lord Mindutu. Okay, Lord Mindutu. Muslim League was founded in the year 1906 during his Governor General. Okay, Muslim League was founded in the year 1906 by him. During his Governor General of India. Muslim League. On top of that, Swadeshi movement was also started in India during his Governor General. Next is the Surat split of the Congress. The Indian National Congress system was held in Surat in the year 1907. During this time, the Congress and the moderates were split over an issue, over the Swadeshi issue, known as the Surat split. This Swadeshi movement is something to do with Indian products. Okay, you will wear only Indian clothes. Yes, you will study only in the Indian school. So Swadeshi movement is a movement which originates in Bengal. So what I want to mean is that all this movement organized was set up during the reign of Lord Mindu II, the Governor General of India. And one more is Morley Mindu Reforms Act of 1909. What is this? Morley Mindu Reforms. Mindu refers to his name. Okay. And Morley means the Secretary of State. Morley means the Secretary of State. And Mindu means his name. So what is this? An act was passed, known as Morley Mindu Act of 1909, which means the most important feature of this act is separate electorate was given to the Muslim. What was the most important demand of the Muslim, known as the separate electorate, which means Muslim can vote only for Muslims. If you are Christians, you can vote only for Christians, known as a separate electorate. Okay, and so this might be asked from the NBC point of view. So this was Lord Mindu II. We have the Mindu I, right? During his time, Charter Act of 1813 was passed, and during Lord Mindu II, Morley Mindu Reforms Act of 1909 was passed. No confusion. The most important event that happened during his time was the transfer of capital of India from Kolkata to New Delhi. Now the capital of India is New Delhi, but till 1911 it was Calcutta. So it was during the Viceroy and Governor General of Lord Hardinge we see the transfer of capital. Alright, and next is people protested, so the partition of Bengal was cancelled. By who? Lord Hardinge. This is too important. It was Lord Hardinge who cancelled it. It was Lord Curzon who introduced it in India. No confusion. So these are too important. And remember, Mahatma Gandhi returned to India from South Africa during his time. On 9 January 1915, Mahatma Gandhi returned to India from South Africa during the Governor Generalship of Lord Hardinge. next Governor General of India is Lord Chelmsford. Okay. So what is important about this person? During his governorship, okay, Chamberlain Satyagraha, which means the first civil disobedience movement launched by Mahatma Gandhi in India. Chamberlain Satyagraha in the year 1917 occurred in the state of Bihar. So Chamberlain Satyagraha, Kita Satyagraha, non-cooperation movement, Khilafat movement, all these movements emerged during the reign of Lord Chelmsford. And an act was passed known as Government of the India Act 1919. Government of the India Act 1919 was passed during the Governor Generalship of Lord Chelmsford. No confusion. And we all know the famous Jallianwala Bagh massacre. See, thousands of innocent Indians were killed in a city of present-day Punjab. The British, without giving a warning, has shot dead thousands of protesters, civil protesters, known as the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. 13 April 1919. Please write it down. On 1919, the Jallianwala Bagh massacre happened. And it happened during the Governor Generalship of Lord Chelmsford. Okay, Lord Chelmsford. The Jallianwala Bagh massacre happened at present-day Amritsar in Punjab during his reign. Reading. The most important thing that happened during the Governor Generalship of Lord Reading is Mobla Rebellion. Okay, a famous Muslim revolt happened in Kerala in the year 1921. Mobla Rebellion. Okay, often asked in NPSC. The second is Chowri Chowra incident. During the non-cooperation movement, which was launched by Mahatma Gandhi in the year 1920, his supporters burned down a police station and killed 22 policemen, known as the Chowri Chowra incident. So Chowri Chowra incident happened during the reign of Lord Reading. But if in this question is in this way, who was the Governor General of India when the non-cooperation movement was launched? It would be Lord Chelmsford. But the incident happened after the non-cooperation movement was launched, right? Non-cooperation movement was launched on 1st August 1920. But this Chowri Chowra incident happened on 5th Feb 1922. Chowri Chowra incident. Okay. Why Lord Irwin is so famous in India? Because the Simon Commission, the famous Simon Commission, which was appointed by the British to give some constitutional reforms to the Indians in the year 1927, came to India in the year 1928 during his reign. Okay, the Simon Commission visited India in the year 1928 during the reign of Lord Irwin to give some constitutional reforms, and it was totally rejected by the Indians. The Simon Commission was totally rejected by the Indians because India demanded independence, whereas independence is never going to be given to the Indians by this time. Nehru report, 14 points demand of Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the father of Pakistan. Muhammad Ali Jinnah also demanded 14 points to the British. You have to give us this much to the Muslim. And Nehru report was also made during his governor generalship. The most important event is the civil disobedience movement of 1930. The civil disobedience movement of 1930 was launched during his time. And remember, Mahatma Gandhi suspended the civil disobedience movement because an agreement was signed known as the Mahatma Gandhi Lord Irwin, known as the Gandhi Irwin Pact. Okay. On 5th March 1931, an act was signed known as Gandhi Irwin Pact. Please remember this. This is too important. Because of this agreement, Mahatma Gandhi suspended the civil disobedience movement, and he said he will attend the first roundtable conference, which was held in London in the year 1930. Mahatma Gandhi attended the first roundtable conference in the year 1930 in London because, according to this agreement, he suspended the movement. And all the political prisoners of the Indians were released under the Gandhi Irwin Pact. In the civil disobedience movement, so many Indians were arrested. So all of those people who were arrested were set free. And Mahatma Gandhi also said, I will attend the first roundtable conference in London. But when he attended the first conference meeting in London, he got nothing because he demanded only one thing, independence, and which is never going to be given by the British. So he returned to India and he launched the second phase of the civil disobedience movement on 1st January 1932. This is too important. The first civil disobedience movement was launched on March 12, 1930. And the second phase of the civil disobedience movement was launched on 1st January 1932 because he got nothing. By attending the roundtable conference, he felt like he will get independent, but no, he got nothing. So in India again, he come back and launched the second phase of the civil disobedience movement. One more, Lahore Declaration. Lahore Declaration means Lahore Declaration of 1929 is going to be asked in MPC exam, which means India wants complete independence. Lahore Declaration is something to do with adoptions of complete independence, which means Purna Swaraj. Okay, which means Purna Swaraj means complete independence. Purna Swaraj means complete independence. Under the dynamic leadership of Jawaharlal Nehru, it was decided that India will fight for complete independence. So Lahore Declaration happens during the reign of Lord Irwin. And what is this? Jawaharlal Nehru was the president of the Indian National Congress, which adopted the Lahore Declaration, which means complete independence. We will fight for complete independence from now onwards, from 1929. And it happens during the reign of Lord Irwin. Okay, next is Lord Willington. During the Governor General of Lord Willington, an act was passed known as Government of the India Act 1935. Okay, during the Governor General of Lord Willington, Government of the India Act 1935 was passed. The second important thing is the second and the third round of the conference was held during the Governor General of Lord Willington. The second and the third round of the conference. The first was held during the Governor Generalship of Lord Irwin, and the second and the third round of the conference was held during this year, 1931 and 1932. And the other thing is second phase of the civil disobedience movement. Second phase of the civil disobedience movement was launched during this time, during the time of Lord Willington. See, what happened during the reign of Lord Let Go is the first general election in India was held. After the passing of Government of the India Act 1935, election is to be held in India. So it was during the time of Lord Let Go. The first general election in India was held in the year 1936. Please write it down. The first general election in India was held in the year 1936 after the passing of the Government of the India Act 1935. No confusion. One more thing. August offer on 8 August 1940. Something was given to the India. August offer means the British will not give you independent but as self-rule, known as the dominant status. Okay, so August offer was given, which India rejected. And next is the Cripps Machine of 1942. Same thing. Dominant status was offered, but India said no. Next is the Quiet India movement. The Quiet India movement is the last political movement launched by Mahatma Gandhi before India got independent. So all this happened during the reign of Lord Let Go. Okay, Lord Let Go. Please write down the August offer. I'm so sorry. The Quiet India movement was launched on 9 August 1942. 9 August 1942. No confusion. Weibull, the INA trials. Okay, Indian National Army trials happens in Bombay. The Indian National Army who participated in the revolt are going to be tried here. They're going to be hanged. Okay, so this happened during the reign of Lord Weibull. One more, naval mutiny. The Navy revolt happened in the year 1946 during the Governor Generalship of Lord Weibull. And last, and the most important point, the cabinet mission, which somehow give us independence. The independence for the first time was somehow found in this mission known as the cabinet mission of 1946. The cabinet mission, in the cabinet mission, some form of independence was there for India because it says about formation of an interim government. You see, under cabinet mission, interim government was formed in India. That shows that independence is going to be given to India very soon. All right, the cabinet mission of 1946. Lord Mountbatten. Okay, Lord Mountbatten is the last Governor General and the last Viceroy of India. Okay, last Governor General and the first Viceroy of India and the last Viceroy of India. Remember, first Viceroy was Lord Canning. Yes, and he's the last Viceroy of India. And he's the last, also the last Governor General of India with the additional title of Viceroy. Remember that. Without additional title, it is Lord Canning. Okay, and during his time, India became independent. That is why he is also the first Governor General of Free India. Too important. India got independent during which Governor General? During Lord Mountbatten. So he introduced a plan known as the Mountbatten Plan, which deals with partition of India into Pakistan and India. Mountbatten Plan. When was it introduced? 3rd June 1947. And the British Queen has signed on 18 July, also known as MBC, 18 July 1947. When it was signed, yes, the real assent was given. The king has signed on 18 July 1947. It was announced on 3rd June 1947. And Lord Mountbatten is the last Governor General, the last Viceroy, and the first Governor General of Free India. That means after India got independent during his time, and that means again he assumed the post of the first Governor General of Free India. Last, Raja Balacharya. The last Governor General of India. Last Governor General of Free India. Last Governor General of Free India. Last Governor General of Free India. You know the point? Yes. If I ask you who was the last Governor General of India, it would be Lord Mountbatten. But if I ask you who is the last Governor General of India, of Free India, after India got independent, it is Raja Balacharya, and he is the only Indian Governor General. Last point, only Indian Governor General. So this was just the basic introduction If you're lucky here, in this 5-6 question, you're gonna get easily. Okay, so with this, we end up the crash course, and we wish you all the best. And from tomorrow, I will start the current affairs at 10. Okay, from 10 to 1. 3 days, we will give you the most and the best current affairs that we ever have. So please remember, these 2 weeks focus on current affairs and history and some on basic Nagaland, which will lead you to crack this in BC prelims. Thank you, class.